The Phantom of Ravenswood Library. In the heart of the small town of Ravenswood stood an old, Victorian-style library. The Ravenswood Library had been the center of the town's intellectual life for over a century, but it was also known for its eerie atmosphere and the ghostly figure set to haunt its halls. The locals spoke of a librarian named Abigail, who had mysteriously disappeared one stormy night many years ago. Ever since, strange occurrences had been reported by those who dared to visit after dark. One chilly autumn evening, a college student named Daniel, an aspiring writer with a fascination for the supernatural, decided to spend the night in the library to gather inspiration for his next story. He arrived just as the sun was setting, casting long shadows across the library's grand facade. The heavy wooden doors creaked open as he stepped inside, the faint smell of old books and polished wood filling the air. Daniel set up his notebook and flashlight on one of the long wooden tables in the reading room. The library was silent except for the occasional creak of the old building settling. As night fell, the atmosphere grew even more unsettling. Around midnight, Daniel began to hear faint whispers and the soft rustling of pages. Curiosity piqued. He followed the sounds to the basement, where the library's archives were kept. The basement was dimly lit, with rows of dusty shelves filled with old manuscripts and records. As he explored, he found an old ledger detailing the library's history. One entry stood out. It was the last entry made by Abigail, dated the night she disappeared, October 31st, 1897. The storm is raging outside, and the power has gone out. I must ensure the rare books are safe. The lantern's light is flickering. I have a feeling I am not alone. ... As Daniel read the entry, a cold breeze swept through the basement, and he saw a ghostly figure standing at the far end of the room. It was a young woman in a long, old-fashioned dress, her face pale and her eyes filled with sorrow. "Are you Abigail?" Daniel asked, his voice trembling slightly. The ghost nodded, her form shimmering. "I am. Why have you come here?" "I am here to uncover the truth about your disappearance," Daniel replied. "Can you tell me what happened to you?" Abigail's ghost seemed to hesitate before speaking. "That night, as the storm raged, I discovered someone was trying to steal one of the rare books. When I confronted them, I was attacked and left here to die. My spirit has been trapped ever since, unable to find peace." Daniel felt a pang of sympathy with a restless spirit. "Is there a way to help you find peace?" Abigail's ghost pointed to a small, hidden alcove behind one of the shelves. "In that alcove, you will find the book they tried to steal. It holds the key to freeing my spirit. Return it to its rightful place on the main floor." Determined to help, Daniel located the hidden alcove and found the old, leather-bound book. He carefully carried it upstairs to the main floor and placed it back on the shelf where it belonged. As he did, a warm light filled the library, and Abigail's ghost appeared beside him, a look of relief and gratitude on her face. "Thank you," she whispered. "With the book returned, I can finally find peace." As Daniel watched, Abigail's spirit began to fade, her form dissolving into the light. The oppressive feeling that had hung over the library lifted, and the air grew warmer. The whispers and strange sounds ceased, leaving the library in peaceful silence. Daniel documented his experience in his notebook, detailing the tragic story of Abigail and her untimely fate. The tale of the haunted Ravenswood Library captivated readers, bringing attention to the once-forgotten legend and the story of the devoted librarian who had protected her beloved books until the end. The Ravenswood Library, now free from its haunting, became a symbol of dedication and the enduring power of stories. Visitors came to see the old ledger and the rare book that had been returned to its rightful place, paying their respects to Abigail's memory. Daniel continued his writing career, inspired by the ghosts he had encountered and the mysteries he had unraveled. His story of the Phantom of Ravenswood Library remained one of his most cherished and impactful works.